Definitely strong gains coming in for the markets. Looks like it's going to be a very happy Friday. And talking about Friday, which means it is time for Buy Now, Sell Now Pathshala, and we have Kunal waiting by very patiently while I talk about markets to tell us what new he's going to teach us today. Very good morning to you, Kunal.
Thank you so much for that, Snehi, Cheryl as well as Snehi. So, the pattern which I'll be discussing today is something which is going on in the current market scenario. So, I've not taken the historical patterns. I've taken something which is relevant on the current context, because right now with the kind of news flow flowing around, there are a lot many stocks which are actually showing and exhibiting this kind of a pattern. So the pattern over here is a double bottom formation, and we've seen how the the double bottom formations on the short term charts, they generally tend to pan out. The stock which goes into a series of downtrend, where it makes a pattern of lower highs and lower lows, all of a sudden you see an arrest of the downtrend and the stock goes into a time-wise consolidation. In this zone of a time-wise consolidation, what the stock does is that it forms or it retests a same low for itself in terms of price point, moves up higher, retests the lows on closing basis, and then gradually starts the process of an uptrend. Now, the moment the stock confirms a breakout of this double bottom height, which is double bottom pattern height, which is this resistance line, that's where we call it as a breakout term, and from here on is where the stock starts to get into a trending nature. So this becomes a very crucial point for breakout traders or for traders who are looking out for momentum to try and enter the stock, because this confirms a strong double bottom formation. So we look at two charts on a current basis where these stocks, large cap names, are forming and exhibiting similar kind of a double bottom formation. So as you can see, this is the charts for Reliance Industries. The stock, we all know that over the last few weeks and months have been going through a series of downtrend. Now on the short term charts, the stock has formed a double bottom where this 1150-55 zone has been retested twice for Reliance Industries, which means that the resistance for the stock is at the 1300 mark. The moment the stock breaks past about this resistance point of 1300 levels, that's where we established that this major double bottom formation for Reliance that could be broken, and we could be looking at the stock starting off or marching off into a new train of an uptrend of a bull rally for itself over the short to medium term. Similar chart for another large cap name, and that's Bajaj Auto. We've seen how the stock has gone through a massive correction, almost a 40 to 45% correction for Bajaj Auto, and now closer to that 7,200 mark. We've seen the stock taking support twice, and even after phases where the stock had opened with a major gap down, the stock apparently has been holding on to this terrain of 7,200, which means that it's going back into a rebuilding process. The moment the stock breaks past about the 8,000 level, which is the high for the stock on swing charts, this could establish a double bottom confirmation, and then a process of a strong uptrend could resume for Bajaj Auto. So that's a classical sign of how we look at stocks which are forming a bottom, and especially the double bottom cases.
Okay, Kunal, thanks for that explanation coming in. But at a time like this, does a double bottom almost always indicate that there is an upswing coming in, or is that not necessary?
Yeah, in these cases, in these scenarios, so because you have to look at the news flow, the increase in volatility, and the resistance for the stocks falling lower, because what happens is once stocks starts to become resilient and once they establish a strong support zone, this is a clear indication that buyers who've been waiting out on sidelines, they are looking to enter into the stock, and that's a classical sign that stocks form bases, and once the stock forms a decent base, news flow starts to improve and these stocks gradually start an uptrend.
Alright, so that's new for our Buy Now, Sell Now Pathshala segment, double bottom patterns. Thank you so much for that, Kunal.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.